Good afternoon. My name is Kaylin Mira, and I'm the Grassroots Advocacy and Campaigns Manager with the American Wild Horse Conservation. And for the past several decades, wild horses and burros have been inhumanely rounded up through costly and traumatic helicopter chases. But the devastation does not stop there and continues to occur in holding facilities and in kill pens. And despite recommendations from Congress and the National Academy of Science, the BLM continues to snowball down a counterproductive path, costing the lives of these animals. And while AWHC pushes for the halt of helicopter roundups, we also recognize the need for transparency during roundups as they are the current primary method of management. So today, I ask that you recommend that the BLM and U.S. Forest Service install and use cameras on every helicopter and every wrangler during operations. The need for cameras was best exemplified this past year. At the Twin Peaks roundup, a stallion flipped over the panels to escape, nearly crushing a wrangler. A black stallion was chased for miles during the Triple B roundup, and when he could no longer run, wranglers proceeded to rope him and push him past his limits, leading him to collapse, and he was eventually euthanized an hour later due to acute intestinal compromise. And during the Blue Wing Complex roundup, a horse collapsed from exhaustion to then be hit, kicked, and yanked on by wranglers, and despite this incident, the roundup received a 99% for the COP assessment. Not to mention that the roundup process has increasingly become less and less transparent to taxpayers and advocates, placing public observation sites more than a mile away from the trap site with obstructed views and multiple restrictions. This fails to allow proper public oversight and accountability. In order to bring more transparency to the federal process, we once again ask you recommend installing cameras on helicopters and every wrangler during roundups and make those recordings publicly available to ensure proper handling of horses and burros and create independent oversight. The public also continues to push this initiative with over 64,000 actions calling for camera installation on helicopters and wranglers. The humane treatment of our wild horses and burros has always been a priority and should continue to be for the next several decades. And by installing and using cameras on helicopters and wranglers, it will be the first step towards creating public trust and ensuring humane treatment of our horses and burros. Thank you for your time.